As far as Bridge of Spy and the story, I was familiar with the story simply because I like history. I like history that has to do with espionage. I like history that has to do with political and economical relation between West and East. Talking about East meaning the Eastern Europe and the communist era that fortunately ended. So I like stories that take place during that time, simply because I was raised in Poland. I was raised under a communist regime, and I can identify with the characters of the stories and historical scenario and reality of the stories. Stevens and my relationship is so successful simply because we respect each other's point of views. We respect each other's contribution to the story. Him being the director, naturally, he's the Gav, so we're all working for him. But as far as the visual storytelling and the color of the image and the composition, we don't really go in depth in terms of how we're going to do it. Um, we kind of discover the story as we're making the story, particularly when it comes to framing and color of these particular scenes. It's a historical drama based on authentical events. It's part of my upbringing. It's part of the world's upbringing. I think it's relevant to what's happening right now in the current times, where a former Soviet Union, such as Russia, is expanding its arm. It's becoming more and more imperialistic. So it's relevant to what has happened in the past. Naturally, the story is great because it takes place in basically two continents. It takes place during the post-war Germany. It takes place just on that brink where the Berlin Wall is being created. So there's a chance of recreating very interesting historical imagery by being relevant to the story, by being relevant to historical realities. And of course, working with Steven, working with Tom Hanks, working with all the actors was very enticing, and the story was just superb. The skill that Adam has is so unique simply because the blending of existing locations with his sets is seamless. You think that these are really, really existing walls, but in fact, some of the walls were just connecting the old building with another old building and just blending everything together. So we're able to move so fast because you walk on the set and the set is ready to go.